This video will show you the basics of creating a Schoology assessment. The first thing you need to do is go to where it says Add Materials, click, and then go down to where it says Add Assessment. Now just to clarify, when it says assessment, that's just what Schoology is calling it. It doesn't mean you can only use it for tests. You can use it for whatever you'd like. They're great for assignments or quizzes or any other activity you can think of. Just Schoology calls it an assessment as a way to differentiate it from the other type of assignments. So as you can see by the little asterisks here, there are a couple things you have to actually fill out before you can start. So you need to create the name of the assessment or assignment, the type of category, the factor, and scale. So for name, let's just say American Revolution Quiz, just to have something. I do always recommend a due date, because when you have a due date, it's going to show up in Schoology so that the students know they need to take it. So let's say this is due tomorrow by 11:59. The next one to note is submissions. By default, you'll see it's disabled. That means I can actually create this assessment. The students will see it, but they won't be able to actually complete it. They can't complete it until you go and actually select it to be enabled. Now you'll note here there are some options. So you could set it to be closed until, let's say, next Tuesday, and then be enabled automatically until a particular date. Those are options. Or you can just manually choose when to open it and when to close it. The next thing you have to have is a category. So in Spring ISD, we have daily assignments and we have major grades. Choose one of those if you want it to be in the gradebook. If you don't want it to be in the Schoology gradebook, you can just leave it as no category at the very top. Or, yeah, at the very top. But I'm going to just keep it at daily assignments. And then you can just leave factor and scale the same. This is just if you have a rubric. Now down here is also important. This is how, if you wanted to differentiate the assignment. So this first icon is if you wanted to individually assign this assignment to just some students. You would click there, and then you could actually type their names and say, only these students can see this assignment. This one here is whether it's published. Publish just means whether the students can see it. The next one over, I like to enable because it helps you gather data. Only do this, though, if you're going to have TEKs attached to the assignment or assessment. But this allows you to kind of track it over here where it says Mastery. Once you have these options configured, you hit Create. The first thing it's going to open up are the settings that allow you to kind of customize the assessment or assignment. So the first part is going to be the instructions if you want to put any. Then it's going to be the settings. So does it have a time limit? Do you want the questions randomly ordered? Do you want to show the points for each question? I like to have the assessment questions randomly ordered. Then it's going to show the toolbar. Now this part is very helpful for practicing STAR-related strategies. So for instance, this one here, students can eliminate answer choices. I always turn this one on, because we want students to first kind of weed out the wrong answers and narrow down the options. This one up here is also good when they flag questions for review. If they're struggling with a question, one of the strategies they can do is click to flag it so that they can come back later to review it. It'll also let you know that they're struggling with that one. Then you've got some math-related ones. If you want students to be able to use a text-to-speech toolbar, this one will be right here. Highlighting text, I always recommend that because that's a good strategy. And a notepad just allows them to kind of take virtual notes on a little notepad. Next is going to be the student settings. So this is particularly how many times are you going to allow them? 1 time, 2 times to be able to submit. So let's just say 2 times. And then you could customize whether it's based on the highest or the last score. Once you do that, you're going to click Save. Now it's going to allow you to start adding questions, and you can click right here to start going there. Now on the far left are all the different choices for question prompts. So you have like multiple choice, true, false, matching, ordering, video. You have a variety. So just for this video, I'm just going to show you a very basic multiple choice. So you're just going to click there, and the first prompt it's going to do is going to give you the option to type the question. So once you click in the box, you can type or paste whatever the question is. So let's just say, to make this easy, so now this is obviously too simple of a question that you would normally offer, but I just want something simple to show you quickly. You can customize or format the text up here. You can put pictures or links. You can do tables. You can do quotes. All of that is just right up here. Then below where it says options, these are going to be the answer choices. So we could say A, B. They generally want you to have 4, but you can also have more. Then you scroll down, and you're going to choose the correct answer. You also have the option to shuffle the options. This is again just like previously where you could shuffle the questions. This just shuffles the answers around. Then you're going to scroll down. If you want to add a TEK, that would be right here where it says learning objectives. If you're doing anything that relates to an assessment or quiz, this is really good because your appraisers want to see data, and this is a great way to track data. So to do that, you would click Learning Options. From here, you're going to scroll down and select State Standards, and then Texas. Then you're going to have to come over here to kind of move it down. Then you're going to select Essential Knowledge and Skills. Then you got to find your subject. Now for social studies, we actually have a slightly amended one. So don't get this first one here, that's a 2010 one. Scroll down to where you see 2018 and select that. Then find your grade level. So let's say 8th grade. And then you're going to just find your appropriate TEK. So I'm just going to pick one. Let's say 8.1b. And then I hit confirm. So now if I do this as an assessment, the students, when they get this question right or wrong, it's going to measure it based on this TEK. Once I'm done with the question, I hit save. And then it's going to populate right here. If I wanted to add more questions, I just come over here and click on the type and follow the same process. If I ever wanted to kind of review what it would look like for the students, I could come up here and click preview, and then it shows what it would look like for the students. So they have the questions, and then here's all the things that I have enabled, like flagging it or eliminating choices. But after that, now you just need to add any other questions, and then the students can come take it.